Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the second edition of GeoPods, a podcast to fill all of your geographic needs. This week, we're going to talk about the climate zones of Alaska. Now, Alaska can most easily be divided up into 4 different climate zones, and those are the Arctic, the continental, the transitional, and the maritime zones. We're going to go ahead and start with the continental climate zone, since that's where the video you're seeing took place. The video was taken several years ago in Alaska, Alaska, and I believe that was around 78 inches of snow that year. That's me just wading through it, going out to clean off the satellite dish there. Like I said, that was in Alaska, and now Alaska, just like Fairbanks, is in the interior of Alaska, and that means that they're both in the continental climate zone. In a continental climate zone, there are defined seasons in which the temperatures vary greatly. A good example is to think of Fairbanks and how the winter is quite a bit different than the summer. As you can see in the video, continental climate zones allow for plenty of snow. Now let's talk about the Arctic climate zone that covers the northern part of Alaska. The Arctic is best summed up as cold and somewhat dry, with most of the precipitation coming from snow during its really long winters. For Alaska, this is the coldest climate zone and is well known for its treeless tundra. Alaska's Arctic region is talked about often because of its available resources, like oil to name one, and because it's seeing the effects of global warming and the shrinking of the sea ice as well. If the current trends continue, Alaska's Arctic climate zone will definitely be getting smaller in the future. Now, our third Alaskan climate zone actually covers the western coast and some inland territory as well, and that's the transitional zone. Now, it's the only one that's not divided by a mountain range, and it fits its name well because it seems like it's steadily changing. The temperatures in this zone are lower than in the continental zone, but higher than they are in the Arctic. If you live in this zone, you would get a moderate amount of precipitation, whether it be rain or snow. Now, the last climate zone in Alaska is the maritime zone. This one covers mainly the entire southern coast, including the Aleutians and the coastal area around Juneau. Precipitation generally comes in the form of rain, but this zone also sees some snow, and the temperatures are usually more mild. They don't really have a huge range like in the continental zone. You don't get a defined seasons like you have up here. Alright, so let's review those climate zones real quick to make sure we've got them down. First, we have the continental zone, which is in the interior. Next is the Arctic, which is the coldest, and it covers the north slope of Alaska. The transitional climate zone on the west coast, and the maritime, which covers the... As always, thanks for tuning in, and make sure to share your new knowledge with a friend. Peace and love to everyone, and remember, without geography, you're nowhere.